Go ahead, Cody Nesper.
Hey, Coach. Just what was working for Carlson tonight?
He was pounding the strike zone. He's continued to get a little bit better each time out with his pitches. We switched him from a curveball to a slider a while back, and that takes a little while to make that adjustment, but it looks like he's starting to get a feel for it. And his changeup has come a long way, and for the most part, his fastball was in the strike zone tonight. You can't pitch unless your fastball's in the zone, and he definitely had that going.
Sam Caniglio.
Hey, Coach. When you guys beat Marshall a few weeks back, you said you gave a speech to your players about how, that you can't lose to Marshall, basically. Did you give a similar speech to you guys before this one?
How do you know I said that to my team after we beat Marshall?
Because you told us.
Yeah, it's important to the people around the state, and that, between this game and the Marshall game, there's a lot of, water cooler talk, as we like to say, that people that work together, and heck, there's some marriages out there where one of them went to West Virginia, one of them went to Pitt, and so there's bragging rights all over the place in those two games. And yeah, you don't ever want to go through a season where you don't win a game against your rivals. But our kids, we don't have a ton of West Virginia kids that know much about the rivalry, so we gotta explain it to them a little bit before the game starts and tell them how important the game is. And I think there's just a little bit of our guys see how the crowds get into these games, and that fuels our guys a little bit to see the crowds really into it.
Cody.
Coach, I'm just wondering, what has Alec added to the lineup these last couple of games he started?
Just some intent. He's come in there and he's swinging with a purpose. He's trying to hit the ball in the river. And it's hard to hit the ball in the river if you don't swing hard enough to get it to the river. And he just gets up there, and he's got some power. He's got a little bit of a feel for hitting, and he's given us a whole different dimension there in that spot in the lineup. And you're going to have to pitch to him a little bit. And if you make a mistake, he can put runs on the board with one swing of the bat, which is what we need right now.
Sam.
Just going back to Carlson, he started in the first game against Pitt and he kind of struggled. Obviously, tonight was much, much better. How do you, as a manager, kind of get some confidence back, when he's going up against the same team that kind of, really got to him?
Back in the day when we had Isaiah Kearns, it seems like Kearns, he pitched against Pitt every time we played him. And then a couple of years ago, we had Nick Snyder, and he kept pitching the midweek games and kept facing the same team over and over again. And Reeder's done that now, but it doesn't matter near as much with who Reed is pitching against as it does how he handles himself while he's pitching. It could be Pitt, it could be Texas, could be anybody. If Reed does what he's supposed to do and not let the little things get to him while he's out there, if he can recover from a bad call or a bad play or a bad pitch and move on to the next one, it's not near as much about the opponent as it is about him.
Will Aldrich.
Hey, Coach, I'm sure you haven't seen the highlights from John Means tonight, but I was just kind of wanted to get your initial thoughts on his performance and then kind of the development that he's made since you last coached him as a Mountaineer.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got to watch the ninth inning on the scoreboards before the game started, and our guys were standing there into it pretty good. We kept, at the time, we thought it was a perfect game because we didn't even know about it until the eighth inning. So it was pretty cool for our guys to see Mountaineer on the video board doing something that super, super hard to do. And everybody's really proud of him. He's come so far since he was here with us. He was a great pitcher for us, but has really, really developed into what he is right now. And all credit goes to him. He's a tremendous worker and super, super professional approach to everything. I couldn't be happier for Mazey.
And Nick Farrell.
Coach, how important is this weekend series against Oklahoma?
Nick, you love to ask me those questions that you know the answers to before you ask them.
That's TV, Coach.
Yeah, it's this is a make or break type deal. If we win this series, we got a shot to make a run at it. And if we don't win the series, then we're fighting a real uphill battle. So I told the guys after practice yesterday that I got a really good feeling about the Pitt game, and I got a really good feeling about the Oklahoma series, and that was a great start tonight because I feel like that it's probably one of the better games we played this year tonight. And I think if we start piling those types of games on top of each other, we got a chance to make a run at this thing.
Yeah, so then, Coach, an obvious follow-up to that is how much does this game boost your guys' confidence after dropping 5 in a row? Can it help them get back on the right track in Big 12 play?
Yeah, no doubt. It dang sure can't hurt, man. When you get guys up there getting 2 and 3 hits in a night, they go to bed with feeling good about themselves, and they'll come to practice tomorrow feeling good about themselves. And confidence is a tricky thing, man. It's easy to have confidence when things are going well, but when they're not going well, you've got to talk yourself into being confident when you don't have any reason to. But now we have some guys have pretty good reason to be confident after the way we played tonight.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, guys.